How's it going, friends? Thanks for tuning in to another awesome episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? Podcast about life in the music industry. We'd like to take a second to thank this week's sponsor, Take to the Grave. Take to the Grave is traditional tattoo artist owned and does collabs with other artists from around the world to put quality artwork on quality goods. From running Start the Show promotions and playing bass in We Were Sharks, owners Sean and Alex both have an extensive background in the music scene, which made it super exciting for us to be able to partner with them to bring you this episode. If you're a fan of traditional style tattoo artwork like I am, they have a ton of rad shit for you. Shirts, hoodies, swimwear, hats, stickers and patches, banners, dinnerware, skateboards, and much, much more. Head over to www.taketothegrave.com right now and pick up some amazing new stuff today. Thank you again so much to Take to the Grave for sponsoring this episode. Now, let's get back to the show.
Well, it's Monday, so you know what that means. It is another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? A podcast about life in the music industry. And today, a podcast about the apparel of the music industry, the behind the scenes, if you will, the merchandise, the look, the
touch,
fashion,
the feel,
the touch, the everything.
Of cotton.
With Justin from Local Menace. Dude, this was a really fun podcast. We met up with Justin and Local Menace. We met them in actually both times in Texas for On Silent Night and for So What Fest. And I got to tell you, man, Justin is a stellar guy.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. He's a peach. He's a gem. He's a golden goose, if you will.
He's got golden retriever energy. I don't know what you're talking about.
But here's the deal, we got some stuff coming up. We're going to start our own ghost hunting crew. And you can learn more about it in the heart of this episode. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Do you remember before like smartphones when like you had to take a crap and then you just like you had to read the back of a shampoo bottle or something?
Dude, the amount of times I have read
because you didn't have time to grab a magazine or a book or anything. You just had to grab
that's why I'd always grab a box of cereal before I take a shit.
Dude, or a magazine.
So I can just play play the back of a puzzle or something.
Two things to that idea. One, that's why you subscribe to the Lego magazine monthly. And two, this is entirely why I believe this current generation cannot read big words about like ingredients or like xanthium gum. They don't know how to like pronounce it.
Yeah,
because they weren't reading the backs of the bottles.
They didn't. They didn't have the struggle of like I forgot to grab something before I pooped. What do I read? Because you can't. What are you supposed to do? Just sit there and stare at the shower curtain?
Yeah. Imagine having to sound it out without knowing. Imagine having to sound it out without knowing what the sound is. You know what I mean? Like you can't just go to Google and be like, how do I pronounce this? Like you have to go to a dictionary and then it's like it's pronounced like this. And you're like, instead of like, pray, right? Like Prey, it's like Praye, pray. Like you have to like read it like the way it
like what the fuck is a chrysanthemum? What the fuck?
Why is there a xylophone in my shampoo?
Well, once again, this seems to be the newest trend for welcoming our guests onto the Where Did All My Friends Go podcast, a podcast about life in the music industry, to where we have about, a 10 to 15 minute intro blabbing before we actually start the podcast.
Right.
How's it going, man?
We started now, right?
Started.
I think we're here.
Oh, this is recording the entire time?
No, look,
oh man,
we're going into it.
Game when it came.
No,
to the
we're going into it.
Man. Oh, shit.
Y'all. Today we have Justin from Local Menace Apparel, based out of Dallas, Texas. Justin, welcome to the show.
Welcome, fellas. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
long time listener, first time guest.
Long time listener, first time caller. Yeah, listening to the radio. Long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah, remember when you used
This
to
is
do
this
that
is
shit?
for the old people that remember radio.
Mhm.
Right. This is
See,
for
there was
people
a
at
thing
least in
before
their
Spotify.
mid to late 30s.
Man, I'm just late to the game. I didn't-
Bob's like
But
Bear's like, I listen to Bob and Tom in the morning.
Oh my God. Dude, I used to work in the trades. Of course I listened to Bob and Tom in the
Dude.
morning. Reluctantly. It wasn't my radio.
Like,
And now I have to
Justin,
listen
do
to,
you
like,
have
butt
do you have
rock.
Bob and Tom down there?
We do. I don't listen to the radio.
I'm pretty sure it's a national show.
Well, yeah, but I just don't listen to the radio at all. Even whenever
Oh, yeah.
before streaming and everything, I never listened to the radio. I just never got into it.
When
Yeah, CDs,
Cassettes, 8-tracks.
mixtapes.
before I got into audiobooks and podcasts and stuff like that, I used to listen to the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. I think that show is absolutely phenomenal. I still,
it was a
if
level
I
of
was up in the
genius.
morning, I would pop that bad boy on.
Mhm. It was a level of genius that is like, I don't want to say it's not unmatched because we have things like Hot Ones, we have the shows like brands like First Week Feast, but like it was a pioneer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was a
good shit.
pioneer into the shit that is like now currently a YouTube show. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're
Like
trailblazers.
Yeah,
Trailblazers.
It's like
There you
El
go.
Dorado. You know what I'm talking about? Like on the trail with Blaze. It's such a good movie. If you haven't watched it,
Do that again. Right now.
On
Do
the
it again.
Trail with Blaze.
There we go.
He can-
All right,
he
you
can
nailed
do-
it that
he-
time.
He can
Thank
do
you.
that one. Just like at any point in time, you have to ask him to sing that like cowboy music he's been listening to. He'll do that for you.
Yes.
All right, you put him on the spot. Okay, let's hear it.
Well, which one are we talking about? Marty Robbins? Because
Marty Robbins. I always forget the name. That's the
Big
jam.
iron, big iron. Well, he tried to match the stranger with a big iron on his hip. A big iron on his hip.
I don't know what's better, the music or the fact that you didn't blink the entire time
Whole
when you were
time.
singing that, and you look
Yeah.
Whole time.
so creepy.
Dude, I
Yeah.
was just
Like,
happy.
you-
I look creepy when I'm happy. Thank you.
Okay.
Justin, how do you
It's a
feel
nice
about
creepy.
his hair? Cut his hair.
Oh, looks good, man.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that.
I couldn't tell because the headphones were on at first.
You like,
Wow,
was
man.
it slicked back or are you just
Give-
short
give-
haired and sexy now?
Give us a spin. Give us a little 360 here, buddy.
This is for the viewers of the show. If you're not viewing it,
Ah,
go view it. Yeah.
looking pretty
The
good,
bel-
man. Looking pretty
And then the
clean cut.
belly slap afterwards.
Chicks dig a dad bod, apparently. I don't understand, but I guess they do.
It's what I've heard, not what I've experienced.
yeah. There's a lot of talk out here.
you always hear it, but never
Yeah.
had any experience.
So
It's a
I love a
no
dad
one's
bod.
bad on
You said it.
TikTok for sure.
Which look, all I'm saying is if you're watching YouTube and you've always, I don't know, you just wanted a guy like me.
Dude, he'll add you
Don't
on
do it, I'm
Facebook
trouble.
for sure. 100%.
I'm trouble. Shoot your shot, man. I'm like shoot your shot, you know what I mean? But like know what you're getting into.
So, Justin, before I go into our this first question, I'm going to read an excerpt off of your website. Your little about me section. So, alas, you have stumbled across one of the most spectacular. I'm going in a pirate voice.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Spectacular and magnificent apparel brands to ever grace this plane of existence. One may ask themselves, how did such a majestic brand come to be? And now it's changing to more like Gandalf type stuff. Well, my
Oh,
friend,
Let us
let us tell you, it all started back in the days of yesteryear when the world was shrouded by darkness.
This is the third voice now.
Yep. I'm going to try and keep it here, though.
Keep it. You got this.
And the ongoing fight between good and evil ravished the land. These were dark times. The world was filled with lame shirts and mundane apparel accessories until one day a brave company emerged from the shadows to save us from the fashion apocalypse that was destroying our civilization. These brave young lads called themselves Local Menace. You tried.
I tried so hard to
messing
mess
with
you
my
up.
script.
First of all, how many grammatical errors are you running into right now?
Honestly,
I fixed all of those for you.
Okay,
Google's pretty great. It uses the little red
checks
bar.
in the mail.
Okay, hold on. These brave young lads called themselves Unsigned Pop Punk. Fueled by cheap beer, some artistic talent, and their love for really bad punk rock music.
Honestly,
they
though, this bio
began
does check
the
out.
fight against mediocrity. They fought valiantly against demonic marketing execs and dudes that like to wear flip-flops and jeans. Their
True
numbers
story.
began to grow and grew stronger. Before they knew it, they had an army of radly dressed menace warriors who stood with them in the fight that eventually led them to their victory of becoming the raddest streetwear brand in the universe. A title that we have held for up to this very day. With that being said, tell us about the real you. How did Local Menace get its glorious start?
Hold on, I gotta
take a second.
First of all, everyone that was listening to that was like, "Oh man, this is really funny." For the first 30 seconds, and then they realize, when will this fucking stop? And that's our goal.
No,
To be honest,
everyone-
I started imagining who was talking. You know what I mean? Like,
Now the problem is everyone is going, does this motherfucker read audiobooks?
dude,
Like, will he read to me?
Wait, that was completely recorded. We're putting it on the website. You're getting not a single cent, no
Not a single
royalties. People are just gonna go to the website. And it's like if they first get there, it's gonna be that. You're
Nice.
7 different characters transitioning
Hey,
as you read this one excerpt.
I found my fucking voice eventually.
Yeah, I like
All
that.
four of
You got it. You got it. It was the geriatric Gandalf that really kind of. For those of you who don't watch this and you don't listen to it, you gotta watch this one because, man, did he go into character?
That's a TikTok, just geriatric. Gandalf.
I did, dude. I was like after a while there, while you guys were just sitting there going, "How fucking long is this about me?" I was feeling it, man. I was like, I wanted to do more.
You
want me to do it
Like
again?
you'd be more excited.
Like you had me locked, and also the whole part about jeans with flip flops. Yeah,
Don't you hate that?
That's
Why
rough.
do people do that?
Dude,
Or like
that is me.
Birkenstocks with socks.
I used to do that for sure.
Oh
Like,
man,
I don't know that one.
I forgive you.
See, I used to do the
Wait,
jeans.
hold up.
with
Do you wear
flip-flops for sure.
Birkenstocks with socks?
Me? Fuck no.
No, chested.
No.
Oh, thank God. No, I
No.
was talking against that.
Oh
no,
yeah, no.
you
It
don't-
doesn't make any sense.
Don't wear socks with open-toed
No.
shoes. Just
No, I don't do that. I'm just saying,
No.
I used to be a dude that wore the jeans and flip flops,
Right, but we all
did
lived
it.
in the 90s. And you know what's the cool thing about
Jesus
the 90s?
Christ,
It's like,
I did that till like last year, home dog.
Oh, shit.
You notice he hasn't stood up at all, right? He's wearing it right now.
He's
No.
doing it right
To
now.
be fair, I have no shoes or socks of any kind on
Yo,
currently.
barefoot, right?
I am trying to stay as cool as possible in my favorite 85-degree garage.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm literally wearing nothing but I'm bottomless except for my
Nice.
Unsigned.
Nice. See, I do have
I kinda
short
wanna-
shirts.
I want to see that bottom
Dude,
part.
yo.
What is that?
So okay, so
Oh man. Well, I mean, I don't want to get you guys,
look at this.
fined
So-
by anyone out there.
Any FCC. So y'all
Right.
got some good shirts on, but I'm gonna show you. I brought it back today. I went.
Let's
I
see
went
it.
old
Brought
school.
it back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is
I took it
pretty old
back.
school.
I think everyone had that shirt.
Right.
That exact shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not just that style, that
No,
shirt that you're wearing.
That
it's
shirt.
definitely a Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Because
Like, what did it look like on
I got this from Savers. I was very excited.
Dude, part of the vintage right there. Nice vintage.
that's gold right there, buddy.
Okay, but
All right, what's
with
next? All right, what,
What's
I digress.
next?
You're asking me a question.
I did. There was a question
Can we
after
focus
the
it back
story.
on me?
Yeah.
Need
So
attention.
so what?
Come
What's
on.
with the bug? Can
So
we get back
like
to
like I said, after I read like the about me section, tell us about the real you. How did Local Menace get its glorious start?
Oh man, I would say glorious is not a word I would use. It got its let's just take that its start. So I grew up in this little Midwestern town called Springfield, Illinois. Right?
Oh,
it's
okay.
right between Chicago and St. Louis. So I grew up playing some bands up there, and I would always do like all the t-shirt design, merch design for all the bands I was in. And then eventually with, other friends would do stuff for them and other bands. I ended up leaving there, moving down here to Dallas. And then I kind of like put all like the artistic end behind me, right? I kind of did what I thought I was supposed to do. Got a big boy job for a couple years. I went kind of like the career path. And it wasn't until I left that job and I literally just got sick of it, right? I was just like, I can't do this anymore. This is whatever. I was working my ass off for no compensation. And I left the job, had nothing planned, just quit, had a little bit of savings. And a buddy of mine from back home who was in the band asked like, hey man, we're trying to do a project. Would you be able to do a logo for us? Like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. So I was like, hey, I'll shoot you like, some money here. I'm like, oh, cool. And then so I did the logo for him. Then people like the logos, and then a lot of my other friends or other people that they would know in that same scene started hitting me up. So it kind of sprawled out of that, kind of getting back into the artistic end of it. And it really didn't kind of kick off until I met my now wife, who was like, I ended up getting another job or going back to that job. And she was going through like my Facebook and Instagram one day. And this is about 8-9 years ago. And she's like, hey, you used to, do some pretty cool, illustration work, drawing, design work. Why don't you do that anymore? And I just said, I do it every now and then, but, work's more important. And she kind of pushed me to go back into that field. And eventually, started really like working more on it, started doing a lot more freelance stuff, working with more artists again, bigger artists. I don't want to name drop or anything, but have you heard of Weird Al Yankovic?
For real?
Who?
No.
That'd be tight. He was just here.
Yeah, we just
that'd be awesome, man. Oh, damn. Did I just miss him on the way out?
Yeah, sorry. That's cool. You did some logo work for him?
Oh, yeah.
Let me
be
call
tight,
and
though,
verify.
for sure. Like,
oh, shit. I got to go, guys. No, but yeah, that kind of she got me back into it. She kind of saw the potential that I had talent-wise. I was really hard on myself. Honestly, people would consider me to be an artist, and I would just be like, nah, I'm a doodler. I always downplay it. Right. I was like, I'm just a doodler. I'm not an artist or whatever. So she kind of re-sparked that passion for it. And I got back into it and then eventually started Local Menace. So love doing t-shirt designs. I just love doing the
repping.
And I love doing the t-shirt design. So I'm like, we just start doing some stuff on my own. But I also had a business partner at the time, and we had two completely different concepts of what we wanted. Right, I wasn't looking for more like the old skate style, like the hookups brand, that 2000.
Dude, it's very
pop
similar.
Punk style.
It's very similar to like old school meets new school American traditional tattoos.
That's what it kind of merged into, right? So like. If you were to look back at like a lot of old Local Menace stuff, it was completely different. So like I said, I had a business partner and, we had two different ideas of what we wanted to do, but also I was honestly too scared to do it on my own, because I've never done this before. I've left I'm still working my full-time job. I'm doing this part-time, but I don't want to put myself out there, because I was honestly insecure. So, I had him and he was, kind of like helping out with some stuff, but then he wanted to do just like, hey, he'd come up to me one day and be like, hey, I got a good idea for a t-shirt. We'll do the state outline of Texas and put Dallas in the middle. And that was it. And I'm like, cool, man. You want to sell these at gas stations? What are we catering to here? It wasn't, there was no art in it. Like
Sure.
He was the money end of it, right? He wanted to make the money really quick, and that was the passion. So
right.
That's so weird because that's kind of where like I am in this whole thing with Pat, like just in it for all the money.
Oh, well, that makes sense why you're sitting there broke, I guess.
Oh yeah.
he wants that McDuck money, man.
Yeah, so do I, bud.
That's where you're heading.
So be like, Dallas, we were in Dallas. I could have worn that shirt.
At this point, that'd take some Daffy Duck kind of money, all right?
Dude. I'll just take a candy bar. Just ship me a Snickers.
Just give me some of that Monopoly money. So that means that we eventually with my old business partner, and he was on like the first like maybe 6 months, and this is back in 2017 when we started the brand. I take liberties and we kind of trade off on designs. Like he'd pick a design, I'd draw it up, and then I would draw my own design up, and then he started seeing like what would the people were reacting more to, and we're getting more conversion with the ones that I designed because I mean not to toot my own horn, they weren't gas station shirts, right? They were actually something that like you can tell had a little bit of artistic integrity to it, and it wasn't just about making money. So, and he ended up leaving, and it wasn't on bad terms or anything. We left, and you see, we had two different ideas of what the company wanted to be. It's never been 100% about money for me. It's been more about doing what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm choosing to do this. Why do I have to cater to someone else if I'm, leaving my job, if I want to leave my job to do this full time? So, he ended up leaving. I took it over 100%. And then we just kind of grew from there. So like, it's kind of funny that you said the whole American traditional concept, from the beginning, it was completely different. It was just, and even after he left, I was still trying to play it safe because I wanted to like create apparel and designs, but I wanted people to like them. Right. And I really wasn't putting out the stuff that, I liked. Like I would never wear like a Local Menace shirt from like 20. I mean, I would, but there are certain ones I wouldn't wear. Right. Like it was more catered to, playing it safe. And now I'm like, I'm very proud of what we put out just because it seems like, it's what I would wear this shirt if I didn't own this brand. Isn't that like, I don't want to say the way it works, but isn't it funny how it's a very similar story when people just stop giving a fuck about what other people care about and just start doing what they love, how they find those, I don't want to say, in your case, I don't want to say fans, but patrons. Like it's new, it's different. And like, how do I say this? The only way I can like equate it to would be to like being in a band, let's say being a singer, right? Being a vocalist and going, my inspiration is, so-and-so from that band. So I'm going to sound like them and do everything that they do for my band. And it doesn't fucking work because that band's already doing it. Right. So you take that and you switch it over to your brand, you switch it over to Local Menace, switch it over to the heart of fucking Justin, right? And you're going, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to do. I no longer want to do these gas station shirts. I don't want to do these mundane designs. I kind of want to shift from all that and do what my heart's telling me to do. It's so strange watching the people come out of the woodwork to see something like that because yes, it's a niche crowd, I guess I would say, but there's so much more loyalty and development and patronage from that specific crowd because your heart's actually in it and people give a shit about that. Like they really do. Like I don't really like spending money at Walmart. You know what I mean? Like fuck, I'm shopping from Local Menace like that. Like I don't need anywhere else. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's where, well, first of all, that's us to a T, right? We're so lucky that we've had so many people that, I mean, success is for us, for me, like I've been able to do this for 4 years full time, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, like if this thing blew up tomorrow, like, hey, I did 4 years. of doing things on my own terms. So it's, like I'm happy, if I got to go back and get another job, do a full-time job tomorrow, or go back to the rat race, I'm fine. But the thing is kind of what you kind of touch base on about, people coming out and, patrons and whatnot. I think that's, we've been very lucky that people actually do like the stuff. And the fact that
has nothing to do with it, man. You're entirely talented.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know that too, and I'm super fucking humble. But I think that's what also is kind of like what we bring to the table is just, you go out there. There's no ego with this brand. Like we make fun of ourselves. I
mean, the hell, that's like
we make fun of a lot of things.
That's most of what we were doing. It. So what? Let's be honest. We're
right?
Just, like shitting on ourselves.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think people understand. Like, at the end of the day, what Local Menace does and what fashion is just stupid, right? Not what Local Menace does, but what fashion is, right? Fashion. There's no point. There's no real. We're not out there saving lives. We're not doing anything that really is really anything substantial except for putting shirt on some people's backs. So I think we kind of look at it as like, yeah, it's cool. It's really great to have like this brand or whatever, but also at the end of the day, like this is nothing really important, in the overall grand spectrum of life, and that's what we make, that's what we understand. There's no ego, and you have other companies that are out there and it's just like, let's throw sex at it. Let's throw like being like super clean, like whatever.
Nude images with like a solid line that says like, I don't know, Supreme or some shit.
Like, right. Yeah. I know. Or let's use models that are like only wear t-shirts half naked in bed. And then it doesn't, like there's something wrong with that. But that's not who we are as a brand. I think that's what we don't try to put out anything that we're not. Right. So, we're people of color owned brand. So, it's not just, one person that we try to like cater to or one demographic. We try to use diverse models, culturally, we try to kind of keep everything really open. Like anyone who wants to, come in and try to like, model for us, we're open to it. Especially you guys. Hint. Saying.
Bro.
But I think that's
I'll
like,
get my photographer back here.
I'll when I was talking about like half naked on the bed, I was talking about you guys. That's cool. Like we can get you in there. Yeah,
I'm in. 100%. There's this really rad boudoir picture place that's up here. I can get them to work some stuff. One of my buddies.
We will cover the bill if we send you a couple of shirts.
Do not
get those pictures,
dude. I will 100%
I would do it. Fuck it.
This.
My buddy.
I'll do it with Pat. Not like
good lord!
No, it's fine. Let's do it.
No, how about this? How about a couple? How about a couple of boudoir shots and a couple like junior high like dance pictures where you guys
prom
just,
pictures,
like prom photos.
All I'm saying is UPP calendar sponsored by Local Menace.
Dude, we can
make that happen.
Dude, we have discussed this doing like a sexy UPP calendar. But
I'll make a guest spot on that.
If you could
that's what I was gonna say. If we're gonna do it, you gotta be in it.
Oh, of course,
dude. Could you?
This body just doesn't happen.
I need you to make suspenders with Local Menace embroidered on them, because I will legitimately wear those just around. I like wearing suspenders. I think I look good in suspenders. I will wear those until they break and then tie them up again and wear them somehow.
Are you talking about wearing them and that's it?
Sure.
Do you want him to?
I guess why would you need them if you're just wearing them?
I mean, obviously.
Or it's like if you just have just tidy whities that you're hooking them to, and that's it.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. No matter what, it would be like just his suspenders, some jeans, or some sort of pants, an opened button-up shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That seems
all of our listeners
classy,
sitting here,
classy yet sexy.
Yeah,
they're driving right now and they're getting really distracted.
Oh, they pulled over a long time ago, buddy. Trust me.
They're like, I only need one hand to drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to turn down the
other one to turn down the radio.
to click on the next podcast.
Yeah. Well, it was fun while it lasted, you hosers.
Well, this episode sucks.
Yeah, Jesus. So with that being said, and kind of the things we talked about, so, we've actually done a couple festivals together now.
Yeah.
How early on did you start like doing those, and was it something you were always interested in doing, or how did you fall into the circuit, I guess?
Our goal was always to end up doing some of the bigger festivals. So I think our goal originally was with me and my wife, who helps, she runs the brand with me. Mm-hmm. I think our goal originally was like, okay, let's do Riot Fest one day, because Riot Fest is, that's the first time we, first festival that we went to together. It was Riot Fest, and I've been to so many Riot Fests, and that's being from that area is just like such a big deal. Plus it's just the amount of people, the volume of people for that festival is crazy. So it kind of started like that was our goal, but we always put it off because we were just like, I started doing this full time in 2019, and then 2020 hit. So 2019, 2019, we got married in October, me and my wife, and then 3 months later, obviously the world stopped. So we wanted, like, those were our goals, but we wanted to do Riot Fest was a big one, and then after the economy, everything stopped, and then year or whatever it took for things to start getting back to normal, we started getting back out. We were doing some pop-up stuff in Metroplex in Dallas. We we really pushed our online store or e-commerce and it kind of picked up, which is an awesome thing, because now we're seeing, then we started seeing people from across the nation buying this stuff, which is crazy to me. Cool. So then last year was the first time we were able to get, we did a couple festivals. Like we did one with the Toadies, I think 2018 or early 2019.
Okay.
And we would do like little smaller ones that were single days, but we did one last year that we actually sponsored. It was the first time we actually sponsored the festival. And it was with a local band down here that put it on, called Band Full of Nuns.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Bowling for Soup was a headliner. So we went through and we did all the all the banners, like stage banners. We designed all the marketing stuff for it. We designed the t-shirts for it. So we're like, okay, this is cool. Like, we're getting kind of, and this is like the first time we're doing something in the realm of music that we actually, grew up listening to, and that we're the scene that we're in. Right. We ended up doing the festival with those guys, and it was so cool, being, finally, it felt like we're back where we needed to be, right? When it comes doing like events and festivals. And so we did that, I think, last year, and the response was crazy, man. We went out there and we cleaned up, right? Like it was just kind of like, that's our demographic, and that's what we want our demographic to be, like we'll take anyone's money, obviously. We love anyone that's going to come to, buy something from us. And like every customer, it's just, we love them just because, like, hey, you're literally like, there's a bridge there. Like, we created this, you're buying it. We understand that you're more than a customer at that point. You're part of this community in a way, right? So that was like the first time when you're like, okay, well, this is what we need to start doing, going forward. So at the end of the year, I think we did a couple of festivals last year. After that, I think we did Furnace Fest was a big one for us as well, and then Unsigned Night was that's where we met you guys for the first time.
Yeah.
That's where you met Pat for the first time.
Well, they didn't have to know that. I was trying to. You're there in spirit.
Yeah.
I was sending him pictures.
Sorry, buddy.
That's true.
Were they boudoir pictures?
Mostly.
They're always.
You're sending a picture of you just wearing suspenders, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just mostly going, look how much fun I'm having.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
so right. Our goal after this year was just like, we wanted to do one major music festival per quarter, and just kind of like eventually like wean it on to be like doing a little bit more and more. Right. And I think we've done, I think we're on like 8 for this year.
Wow.
Or something. Yeah. So, and each one's been been super fun. Furthest we've gone from Dallas has been, we went to Atlantic City a couple months ago, or last month.
Okay.
That was pretty cool. But it's like, that's the other thing, man. This is one thing I also love. Obviously, like, once again, it's cool to make money off what you do and what you love.
Right.
But like being able to have that tie into my other passion, which is music.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like,
right.
I don't have to like go and like learn how to play an instrument, like, or like go out and like, be in a band and do all the struggles to go like get that lifestyle.
Do this shit?
Nope.
I could have just.
I did learn how to do it.
I could have just taken the
he's
easy
still
route
begging
and made
for
a
it,
clothing company. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard. Just saying. But
just pay someone else to do shit for you.
I know, right? I mean, come on. I
Give
mean,
me a
have you seen some of these designs? I mean, yeah.
Scorpions. Come on now.
Scorpions. Come on. It's not that hard. I mean,
that's
really original. Scorpion.
But
yeah,
you guys
so
have this in Dallas, right? Y'all got Scorpions?
Not really. No.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, there's like, if you go down further south, you'll find. So like, we were actually in an Airbnb last year in Austin, like south of Austin, like New Braunfels area, and there was this, like, we were all in the pool, and there was a scorpion just like in the pool. And I've been down here for, I want to say 14, 15 years. I've never seen a scorpion down, at least like anywhere, like in Texas. And that was the first time I ever saw one.
That's wild. The last thing I saw at an Airbnb was a crack pipe.
Huh.
Oh, well, actually, same here. Have you been to Atlantic City?
Same one? Same one?
Yeah, it was the exact same crack pipe.
Crack
this
pipe
point, I think it's just part of the decor.
And his name tag on it said Marvin. So Marvin, if you're out there, we found your crack pipe. Please pick it up. Littering is nice, not cool, buddy.
Enough to like market. So if you've seen this crack pipe, please call Marvin.
Please call.
He's got a Craigslist ad out for it.
With mesothelioma. Please call Marvin.
So before we move on to our next segment here, if you could give our listeners one piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting out with this, what would that be?
Oh man, go with your gut, man. Like go with your heart. I think that's the one thing that and don't second guess yourself, right? So I guess that kind of goes hand in hand. So the one thing I wish we would have done, and I would have done, because I mean, I do now. I mean, I when we started off, I was doing all the design work, right?
Yeah.
I still do a majority of it, but I think the thing that I would just second guess myself, I'd look at something and like, oh man, this is too dark, or this is, not another skull. I got over that real quick. And just look at it and I overanalyze it and I'm like, oh, this isn't going to sell. I was too worried about catering to these people that I didn't want to cater to. Sure. Right. These people I didn't want to, like, I don't care. I'm getting, like I said, I'm doing this. I'm getting away from corporate America or whatever to do this, for myself. So,
right.
When I first started doing it, I was just second guessing myself. I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do the way I wanted to do it. So that's probably the most important thing, I think, is just, you have the passion for it. If you're out there, you're starting a business, starting a brand, use that to your benefit. Now be smart about it, obviously, but like, right. I think just like, don't cater to anyone else but yourself. And people, and I kid you not, man, people really respond to it. I think people, that's one of the things that, with our following, whatever you want to call it, that we have down here, is just that people, like, they know that we have fun doing this. They know that this is like not something that we just want your money and that's it. Like, we're gonna talk to you, we're gonna converse with you, we're gonna interact with you, we're gonna engage with you, because this is what we love to do. And I think even if you think whatever you're doing, if you think it's horrible, take a step back, look at it. Are you picking it apart because this is you picking it apart, or is it because you think someone else that or someone that you want to sell this to is going to pick it apart? Because if that's the case, don't get that out of your head, because you you have the talent to do it. If you're out there doing it, might as well do it. Now, also, your shit might suck, so that's on you.
Yeah. What I mean,
but
let's be fair, like that's it's funny, but like also like surround yourself with people who will tell you the truth, who you trust, because your shit might suck. The amount of times I've come up with a design for a band T-shirt and went, that's gonna be so cool because I would wear it. It's like
I wouldn't.
It sucks. Like, it's not good.
No, that is also a valid point, because I think also one thing that whenever you're as a designer, and this is like the designing, not the the apparel, and like the first as soon as you draw something up, like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever done.
Yep.
Always wait till give it 12 hours.
Yeah, give it
12 hours
like
before you post it or do anything with it.
It's like listening to your first mix. As soon as you shut down that computer and like wake up the next day with fresh ears, you go back to it like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Right.
Like, this mix is awful. Like the amount of times I've done that with an EQ on an acoustic guitar, thinking I nailed it the night before. Fuck me. Like, just so bad.
So that's a good point. Like, have someone out there, have eyes out there that'll, tell you the truth, or just, sleep on it. But I think, and most importantly, it's just, if you're going to go do it for yourself. 100%. Don't cater to anybody else, and like, if you don't like it, don't do it.
Well, that leaves us with the perfect spot to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Justin of Local Menace.
Do you love music videos and miss when MTV, VH1, and Fuse all actually played music videos? Then join me, Gibby, as I host a super awesome music video show on Twitch every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Unsigned Pop Punk Twitch channel. We play the best videos from up-and-coming pop punk, emo, alternative music in the scene, so join us every Thursday and find your new favorite band.
And you know what? We're back with Justin from Local Menace. Justin, once more, this is why it shouldn't be on the radio. Once more, thank you for being here, dude. Like, first off, for those of you who haven't been following, if you haven't been following for some fucking reason, we got to meet Justin at Unsigned Fest down in Texas. We also got to meet up with him again at So What Fest, also in Texas. Justin runs Local Menace, which if you are... I don't know if you stuck around to this point and don't know what they are. That's kind of on you. I'm not that. Wow, just wow.
Start it over, and
they're just waiting for the good part to start.
Just
they
just
like,
skipped to the obscure
questions.
questions.
Like I know there's got to be at least one good joke or some kind of tidbit of like information that I can fucking use.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if they were looking for tidbits, that whole first part was the tidbit part.
That's
because
true.
Now we're gonna go on to our obscure questions segment.
Shit.
Where we are done. This is where I messaged you earlier. I said there wasn't a lot of trivia questions. Well, here we are, buddy.
I would say I'm nervous.
They're not.
I do love this part of. I do listen to the podcast.
Good. That's awesome.
Don't be actually surprised.
I mean, come on,
you guys do a great job.
Look. I wanted to start out with one that I wanted to make you think on.
I
wasn't gonna make it easy for you. So the first question I got for you is, if you could have only one candy for the rest of your life, what would it be? And here's the rules, okay?
I almost answered right there.
No, because here's the rules on it. It's not like you can't go candy bar. Grow up, kid. All right, you gotta pick your candy. Snickers, Swedish Fish.
It has to be
circus
super
peanuts.
specific.
So real quick side note. I know I'm derailing the conversation real quick, but you said Swedish Fish.
Yeah,
and. Real quick story. I went and got his energy drink from Kroger.
Was it
from the local Swedish Fish one?
Damn it! I should have. Yeah. So
it's so good.
I haven't had it.
No, it is not. Okay. So I don't hate.
I could
Swedish
see
Fish,
that Bear
right?
would like it.
Okay, to be fair,
but like not in a liquefied form. And I didn't know. I thought it was like a Sour Patch Kids energy drink, right? So I grabbed it. Yeah. Oh God, it tastes like Satan's butthole. It was horrible.
I having anal.
Wait, I didn't even know there was a Swedish Fish energy drink. Is it like?
Yeah, it's made by
Isn't it G?
No, No, it's made by Ghost, I think.
Ghost? Oh, okay. Ghost. So it's like
sponsorship.
It's one of those like it's not supposed to be an energy drink. People just want to die.
Pretty much.
It's the pre-workout energy.
Didn't we have like a whole like segment at one point talking about how like when energy drinks were like first came out, they tasted like absolute butthole?
Yeah, we did. But now energy drinks have changed to where it's like it's like, oh, you need energy. But like now, like, oh, we made these like pre-workout energy drinks that you're supposed to take right before you go work out. Oh, now let's just not fucking do that. Let's go drink it. Go sit
right,
on
like
the fucking couch.
When some fucking
Jesus Christ,
when some what's the fucking noob is sitting here just like walking on the street with an energy drink that says like super creatine on it. I'm like, you better be going to the gym or you're gonna have itchy skin. Like, I don't know why I'm so energetic right now.
when that like
convulsing on the floor.
Before people were doing it like just super because that's just normal now, which really scares me, to be honest.
Oh yeah, the amount of kidney stones that are gonna happen in the next 10 years.
So Justin, you probably don't know this, and most of our listeners probably don't know. Before I got the glorious physique you see now, I used to go to the gym all the time and was like really into like bodybuilding and stuff. And I was trying to be like, get all super muscly.
It worked. You see
and then the pandemic hit and, you know, my gym closed. And then I realized that I prefer eating more than working out.
Yeah.
Because it's more delicious and fun.
Right.
And you
so
don't have
I had this
work
there
out.
was this dude at work that like started buying what's the big one? The big like pre-workout energy drink.
There's G Fuel, there's Bang.
Bang.
Yeah.
Bang. So he used to come into work all the time, and I just worked at a group home, you know. So like he'd come in with Bang energy drinks and shit, and we'd walk by. I'm like, well, I hope I see you tomorrow. Like I would say it every time. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have a heart attack and die. Like, I hope I see you tomorrow.
Oh man, I keep on derailing this conversation more and more. But there was a guy
you
I used to work with.
Answer the question.
Right? No, I am. But real quick, there's a guy I used to work with that would come in and he'd bring in 3 like Monster energy drinks.
Oh good God!
And he would
like cigarettes and sugar.
Oh my God, just such a straight shame. And he'd come in and he would
cigarettes and Monster.
He would literally like it'd be like the first one to be for when he started his shift, right? So he'd drink it. He would drink the entire thing, just shotgun it, and then he would first thing he'd do he'd burp, and the entire like hall, this like break room area would just smell like his burps and Monster energy.
The amount of acid.
So you do that 3 times a day.
Just thinking of that.
That's intense, man.
That's pretty terrible.
That. So anyways,
what's your candy?
Honestly, if I had to pick one candy,
it'd be Monster.
so let me ask you, right? Let me ask you this: it's like, am I worrying about like teeth falling out or anything, or just whatever? Just like
no.
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it.
Yeah,
dude, I enjoy me some Sour Patch Kids. What?
I want to know what yours is.
If they still made it, it would be the Butterfinger, like Butterfinger cups. Do you guys remember when they made like Reese's Pieces?
Oh yeah.
But they're the Butterfinger brand. Fucking that.
Yeah.
It's
so good.
I used to love the Butterfinger ones that were already like pre-cut up. Like the ones that wasn't like the big long one, but they were like bites. They came in like the big
the Butterfinger bites.
Package.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Bear, what do you got?
Gummy sharks, hands down.
Gummy sharks, not Swedish fish. Gummy sharks.
Gummy sharks.
Okay, fair enough.
You can find them at like any.
Well, that's interesting. That's cool.
Store.
He's like, that's cool. I mean, weird. It's
cool.
Fucking weird.
I mean, that's look this fucking guy.
I know.
The only time he can't eat them is during Shark Week because that's just rude.
No, I eat them during Shark Week. Sushi.
All right, Justin. Next question. Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
No, you don't.
I don't. My wife won't. My wife does.
That was way too quick of an answer for me to be upset.
I mean,
I'm so upset at that answer, but it was way too quick.
I've had this conversation before. I don't, man. Sure. I've had experiences that are kind of like awkward, but I feel like there's always like a scientific explanation for everything. Now if my wife is here right now, Myra. Oh God.
What'd you say, Bear?
No.
I said ghosts are scientific.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're like ghost hunting, yeah, for sure.
I do enjoy when like watching like those shows, or those programs. I
like them programs.
I like them.
I gotta watch my stories.
I gotta watch my stories.
I gotta watch. Whenever I catch my dad watching shows like that, it's usually like, you know, ghost hunting or Bigfoot or some sort of like, you know,
love all that.
Yeah. I'll just like walk into the room and be like, "Have they found him yet?" They're like, he's like, "No," but like, they look, and I just go, "I can tell you."
No,
what the
but
end
they got some really good stuff.
And I'll just be like, "I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what the end says." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "The search for Bigfoot continues," and then I'll just walk away, like, because if they actually had Bigfoot like footage, it wouldn't be airing on Discovery Channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you'd see it on
CNN
fucking CNN.
You mean,
Fox.
You mean it wouldn't be a limited
BBC
series on Hulu?
Yeah.
So on that note, I do believe in like all the aliens, the Bigfoot, all that stuff,
but just
like,
not ghosts.
I'm on board with, just not ghosts. That's where I draw the line.
So what
Yeah.
do you think like, okay, because there's like the theory also that like ghosts aren't actually, you know, ghosts, they're like tears in the fabric of another dimension.
Huh. That's more real than ghosts.
I mean, it's very plausible to me as well. But
I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, it's
somebody watched Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Somebody just has like 75 books on the subject.
So I take
look at these. This is a book reader.
So I take it you guys are definitely both pro ghost, right? You guys. Okay,
I'm pro. I love the idea of ghosts.
I have ghosts.
Like they like the concept of ghosts, or just like you love the idea.
So
of like...
here we go, Justin. This is it. So I guess we're starting. All three of us. We're gonna start our ghost hunting show. I've already come up with a name for it. I'm not gonna name it on air. Don't want anybody stealing it before we start it.
Here, type it.
But I need a
naysayer.
I need a naysayer to go.
I need no. Type it into the Google Doc.
The token skeptic right here.
That it's real. Like you can't just say like. You
haven't heard me say. I have a logo for it.
Let me see.
Are you being serious?
Is it the one I think? Hold on. Oh yeah. No, he's real. It's real. Yeah, I've heard this before.
Yeah, I have a logo for it.
So our listeners don't think you're bullshitting.
No. I'll send it to you later. We'll begin our chats.
Let's do it.
Okay. Last question. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh shit. Man,
I know we're just coming in with the heavy hitters today.
That one's kind of hard to answer. Like,
and also I want you to be careful because I've been seeing commercials from Klondike where they go to the people making their claims.
Oh, so I'm making some money out of this, huh? Or
so just be careful. Bars. Just be careful. Mr. Klondike might be watching.
Yeah,
Mr. The Klondike heiress might be watching this program.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what do you do for a Klondike bar? I would probably go to the store and buy it. I mean, I'm an adult.
I'd belly flop, like straight up,
like onto cement,
water. No,
or water. Okay.
Yeah, like
oh no,
I mean, no, but like
belly flop anywhere, home dog.
I feel like if anyone asked you to belly flop, you would anyways, right?
Absolutely, but if they were like Klondike bar, I'd be like, yeah, that's how I get a Klondike bar. But like, I'm not talking just like running and doing. I'm talking like diving board, getting some.
Okay, here
and then hitting.
I would do a shot of Malort for a Klondike bar.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, now I have to do that too because that's so much worse than mine.
Okay, so here's what I would do.
It's awful. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's not good. It's so disgusting.
If I'm gonna do something that's bad, I'll do something that would really upset my wife. I'd shave my beard off.
Oh, for real?
For
clean
one
shaven.
Klondike bar?
That's a pretty majestic beard. I don't think you should do that.
To be fair, it'll grow back in 2 months.
No.
Which I haven't
but still, that's 2 months of. just give him one Klondike bar a quarter a year.
Like, you better give me
keep him clean shaven.
Give me a box of Klondike
Gotta
bars
meet
at
the
least.
quota.
Look a little scruffy, buddy.
I saw this like little cooking video or whatever on YouTube, and it was like, we're here to make mix drinks with Malort to make it taste good. He was like, up first we got Diet Coke and Malort, and then he takes a little bit of Malort and then like a whole fuck ton of Diet Coke, and he just takes a sip and goes, tastes like Diet Coke actually, and shit. It tastes like someone shit in my Diet Coke.
Oh my god, have you guys ever had that before?
Oh yeah,
I have not.
Okay.
No.
Oh, it's their campaign is literally their campaign is they're just a horrible liquor. Like that's like they're not even trying to hide.
Get you
like,
drunk.
That's what it is. Yeah, it'll do the job.
Get you drunk. So well, on that note, Bear's back again. Let's move on to our
keep
last.
muting myself because I got.
I know you're doing good. You got your little firecracker over there. But we're gonna move on to our last segment. This is a rapid fire question segment. I don't know how much of
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how recent he's listened to the podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I've listened to the rapid fire questions.
I just don't know if you've
confident.
seen these ones. If you've had time to prepare for these ones yet.
So. Oh shit! Okay,
well,
maybe not.
We'll have to see. You probably have.
Time for.
All right,
you might have time to study.
Probably. Are you ready, Jeff?
Yeah, no studying here. All right, let's do this.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Yep.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
That's my boy.
Mario or Luigi?
Luigi.
All right. I'm hoping this is a stumper for you. Can you sing me the jingle for Bagel Bites?
Oh, dude, you know what? I should have done some homework. I should have studied. Son of a bitch. I remember listening to your podcast and thinking, like, I gotta learn that fucking theme song.
Yep.
Oh, I can't even try, man. I don't even know.
Maybe.
All right, hold on. Is it Bagel Bites? I got Bagel Bites. So many Bagel Bites in my fridge. Bagel Bites. I got Bagel Bites. Oh, man. I don't know. Fuck it.
Take them to the bridge.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Just like
Bear,
like
you sing it this time, buddy. You know it by now.
Do I think I did?
Bitch.
I always mess up the last word because I say every time instead of any. What happened to my camera? Good God, I'm disappearing. I'm a ghost.
You have to.
It's the ghosts.
You have to sing to bring yourself back.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Something like that.
I remember listening to that and I was like, I could figure those lyrics out if I need to. Because they're so fucking easy. Oh, son of a bitch. I am so angry.
Bear, bring your hand close. Try that.
Love,
take it back.
Take me.
Oh, it's coming.
Are we all doing it?
Are we all doing it?
This is for the viewers right now. Oh, look at me. I'm in jail.
Oh, I did it. I'm
Yay!
a real boy.
Way to go.
All right, 3 more. Gwen Stefani or Haley Williams?
Gwen Stefani.
Hard shell or soft shell tacos?
Soft shell.
Nice. Last one.
Bonus question. Flour tortillas or corn tortillas?
Flour. Okay. That's hard because my wife's mom makes the best like Mexican food around, and
I'm coming over.
I'm the only one that likes flour.
Oh, sure. That sounds
sounds about right.
They're both good though.
It's very just.
Yeah, okay. Whenever someone says they're both good though, they automatically disagree with everything that you have to say with life.
No, I think they're both good. I do prefer flour. But
okay.
Depends on
I think corn tortillas are good.
It was your very condescending tone that was like, "Oh, they're both good, I guess." Oh my god! I mean,
I don't agree with your stupid opinion.
Tacos, yeah. I mean, they're good. You fucking idiot.
I have only had tacos for the last 3 days in a row.
Right. Guess what? I believe in ghosts.
Yeah, I believe too.
Burn.
So, like, if it's like a brisket taco, a steak taco, or some kind of like pork shoulder taco, corn tortilla for me. Personally.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it all
it's like
depends on
ground
what kind of
beef,
tacos. If
then
it's like
it's
it's
flour
just
all day long.
standard Tex-Mex, you know, I prefer flour. But you know, if it's a street taco,
I get that. They both
tortilla.
have their place and they're both delicious, in my opinion. Humbly.
And Justin's like, yeah, I mean, but you know, flour tortillas for all of them.
Flour tortillas are way better.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right, but also
all right, Del Casa. Like, where do you get your tortillas from? Ortega?
But
I make them myself, buddy.
There you go. That's
final question though: Sum 41 or yellow card?
Sum 41.
Well, you did it. You made it. You finished the podcast. Now what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go and have a couple more of these beers.
Nice. What kind of beer you got there?
It's a Swedish fish flavored energy drink.
No, it's not flavored. It's just literally just I pour the beer out and just jam 1,700 Swedish fish into the beer.
Oh yeah.
Sure. So it's just like it's just really chunky.
Pissing rocks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, straight. No, not even pissing. No, it's just coming.
What you got though? What you drinking?
Right now I'm drinking El Grito from Four Corners Brewery. It's a brewery down here in Dallas. Actually, me and my wife got married at this brewery.
Oh wow,
that's pretty baller.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like we do a lot of work with them too. We did a special edition shirt for them for their 10th anniversary.
Nice.
So yeah, one of my favorite breweries down here. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, so I'm glad I made it through the podcast.
Hell yeah. And the only thing left that you got to do, you know, tell us where you could find you. What and you know what's coming up? What's next for Local Menace?
Well, right now we're I don't know when this is gonna air, but we're doing a festival that when we did last year, Pop Punk's Not Dead Fest out in Buda, Texas, a little bit south of Austin. So it's gonna be headline Bowling for Soup and Less Than Jake are the headliners. So two awesome bands, two important bands to me growing up in the genre. And Van Von Nund is also a local band from here. It's also playing on that bill. And then a little bit further out, we'll be kind of just out and about doing a lot of music festivals. Come see us at Four Chord Fest in Pittsburgh in September.
We'll be there too, buddy.
I know. We'll be hanging out, have a couple brewskis, a couple of Swedish fish brewskis.
Maybe we'll have to steal you from your booth and we'll have a little mini podcast.
Oh,
let's do it. That'd be awesome.
Or
on the road.
Or we can go hunt some ghost bros.
Dude, that's literally the excuse my old manager made when he dropped the ball on our single release. Like I'm dead ass. I was like, so are you actually going to pitch this?
He was being
he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I missed this, man. I was ghost hunting.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but I pay you. so I dropped him real quick.
Yeah. So anyways, that was an interesting story, but I'm still talking here.
Yeah. Four Chord.
I think so. Yeah, so like Four Chord Fest in September. Will also be a Riot Fest, Furnace Fest, and then we'll be out and about some other dates, some other festivals throughout the year. And then you always check us out online, localmenace.com. Always got new stuff coming out. Shirts dropping once a month. New products, so like every 2 weeks or so. As for me, I don't really do much personally except for just this. So give us a follow on Instagram, Local Menace. My personal Instagram is Call Me Obadiah. If you want to be incredibly underwhelmed with content, yeah.
Can you at least offer me whelming?
I can do
whelmed.
How about
not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed,
subpar whelming? Like it's not quite underwhelming, but it's just kind of like I went one over. Like I just went one over. Like it's like that's a little bit. Yeah, one under.
That's
one
fair.
Underwhelmed.
Yeah, there we go.
One whelm a month.
One under
whelm.
par is a birdie.
Just one whelm a month.
Well, one over par.
One over
would
par?
be under subpar.
That's what your like Patreon would be. You get one whelm a month.
Right. Yeah. One whelm a month, and maybe like a font or something. I don't know.
For $75 a month, you get.
Oh come on, man! This is Local Menace, man. They're paying at least 76.
Come on, dude. So you have 76 cents.
I didn't specify the specifics. But yeah, that was awesome. This has been fun, man. This has been a blast. I definitely had a good time today.
Awesome. Well, Justin, it's like you said, it's been an absolute blast. Pat and I both had fun as well. Guys, this has been another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? A podcast about life in the music industry. And today, a podcast about the brands that keep the music industry alive. Now, if you guys want to support the podcast, please, by all means, do. You can hit that rate button. I think it's on Spotify. Give us 5 stars. Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you want to support the podcast more directly and support what Pat and I do, you can also follow us at or subscribe to us at patreon.com/unsigned pop punk. You can find all of our socials there, as well as our website, which is unsignedpoppunk.com. And then also, please check out Local Menace. These guys are freaking amazing people. They're doing amazing work, and they're putting their heart out into the scene. And it's quite, it's breathing a lot of fresh air into the, into the band apparel, the scene apparel. And,
there you go.
That stuff
Scene
hasn't,
apparel, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's breathing
Breathes
new
life
life into
into
it.
me,
It
for sure.
hasn't been here since like early 2000s. So check out Local Menace at localmenace.com. I believe, right? That's
Yep,
Yep,
the website.
that's it.
localmenace.com.
Yeah.
Localmenace.com.
Localmenace.com.
I'm gonna be shopping there. And if any of our listeners listen to this and then go to the website, just tell them Pat and Baird sent you. He's not gonna give you anything for free. Just tell him that we did it. I want to know.
Oh no, we still got. I think we still have the coupon code, which was.
Yeah, we'll just pop it up.
We'll just pop it in there.
Pop it
There's a
up, yeah.
coupon code.
There's a coupon code that you
Okay.
can. I'm sure it's really easy, but I can't remember it right now.
I think
So
look in the description for the episode. Check out Local Menace, guys. This has been an amazing episode. Justin, once again, thank you for being here. Pat, I love you
thank you
as
so
always.
much.